JCF warns public of $85,000 Christmas cash grant scam. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF has issued an advisory warning the public about a fraudulent message circulating online claiming to offer an $85,000 Christmas cash grant from Prime Minister Andrew Holness. The message reads, President Andrew Holness, JMD $85,000 Christmas cash grant for Jamaicans, and directs recipients to click a link to claim the offer. This is a scam designed to trick unsuspecting individuals into clicking malicious links and sharing personal or financial information, the JCF noted. At this time of the year, criminals are more active in their attempts to scam and defraud individuals. These tactics often involve phishing, smishing, fraudulent text messages, and other forms of cyber attacks. Members of the public are urged to remain vigilant and cautious when interacting with online messages, links, or offers that seem too good to be true, the police warned. The JCF provides the following advice. Verify before you click. Avoid clicking on links from unverified sources. Official government or corporate initiatives are always communicated through official channels. Personal protection information. Do not share sensitive personal or financial details, such as passwords or banking information, with unknown or suspicious sources. Report suspicious activity. If you encounter any fraudulent messages, report them to the JCF or your service provider immediately. For more information or to report cybercrimes, contact the JCF Force Cyber Unit at 876-922-3288. Biker shot after hitting policeman while attempting to flee traffic stop. A motorcyclist who hit a policeman while attempting to elude a traffic stop was shot by the police along Sagoville Road in St. Catherine. The 21-year-old was taken to hospital for treatment. Reports are that about 9 p.m., a police team was conducting a vehicular checkpoint along the roadway when the biker was signaled to stop. He disobeyed and reportedly hit the policeman, injuring his foot. A colleague reported went to assist the bleeding cop. The motorcyclist was riding in that direction, and in a bid to protect himself and the injured cop, the colleague opened fire. The biker was hit in his leg. He was taken to hospital. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing the incident. Man held with gun in shopping bag charged. The man who was held with a loaded gun in a shopping bag by the police in Meadows, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, earlier this week, has now been charged. 32-year-old Dominic Willis was on Friday charged by the Spanish Town Police with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. A date for his appearance in court is being finalized. According to police reports on December 2nd, Willis was seen in a section of Meadows carrying a shopping bag. His behavior reportedly raised the suspicion of the police. He was approached and searched, and a pistol loaded with 14 rounds of 9mm cartridges was found in his possession. He was arrested on suspicion and later formally charged. Tufton promotes equity in healthcare investment. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has observed that the build-out of the infrastructure in the healthcare sector includes ensuring there's equity in the distribution of investment. Dr. Tufton, speaking at the ceremonial opening of the newly renovated Anota Bay Health Center in St. Mary, said significant progress is being made to improve the infrastructure across all types of facilities. He emphasized that no community should be deprived of quality health care. In that regard, he asserted that it was only in the sites that healthcare investments are being made, but in rural locations as well. We want to ensure that our infrastructure serves people where they are. While conceding that it is not possible to offer every single service everywhere, he said it was important to ensure that some of the critical services are offered in rural towns, rural communities, as well as urban spaces. It is a critical part of how we view and scope development, he declared. Dr. Tufton also asserted that the program of upgrading health facilities can be a catalyst for bringing new life into communities that are now seeing a decline in their population. He also conceded, however, that the government is facing a challenge in recruiting and retaining healthcare workers to fill positions at expanded institutions. He said in several instances, healthcare workers are not willing to relocate to areas where there are clear vacancies. St. Catherine's South MP Fitz Jackson laments ongoing challenges with ABMs despite new service standards from the central bank. Member of Parliament for St. Catherine's South Fitz Jackson has noted that challenges with automated banking machines (ABMs) are still being reported across the island. The report continued even as the end of the transition period for banks to conform to Bank of Jamaica BOJ standard operations approaches. In April, the BOJ issued new service level standards as guidelines for the operation of ABMs. Financial institutions were given 9 months to attain the standards, thereby improving ABM's availability and access. During a recent meeting of Parliament's Economy and Production Committee, MP Jackson said the committee should request an update from the BOJ on banks' compliance with the standards as he believes not much has changed.
We want to get a sense of where they are relative to the compliance, or more so non-compliance, if any. If in January we could have a report, it would be useful. And I raise that, Chairman, because a number of persons have reported difficulties. Member from Western Westmoreland reflected on the difficulties as rural constituency MPs to travel 40 miles to get your paycheck. Remember, the companies and the government not paying with cash, with check. They can go anywhere and get it. It is through the machine, and persons have to travel to collect their pay. It is unacceptable. I had the difficulty traveling from Kingston to Hanover. When I reached in Clarendon, all along that corridor, I couldn't find one ABM machine that was working to withdraw cash. Not one along that corridor. It is against that background that it is urgent that we make sure that we have optimal compliance.
Hundreds rally for justice at JFJ's 5K Run for Rights. Over 400 Jamaicans gathered in Kingston on Sunday for the Run for Rights 5K Walk and Run, an event organized by Jamaicans for Justice JFJ. Marking JFJ's 25th anniversary, the event aimed to raise awareness about critical human rights issues in Jamaica while fostering community solidarity. Participants wore colorful outfits representing key advocacy themes: blue for human rights, yellow for child rights, green for climate justice, and purple for victims of gender-based and domestic violence. The initiative underscores JFJ's mission to create a Jamaica free from discrimination and violence. Speaking at the event, Kingston Mayor Andrew Swaby lauded JFJ's efforts to promote justice and equality. This initiative not only brings awareness to critical issues, but also mobilizes the community to take meaningful action, stated Mayor Swaby. JFJ Executive Director Michael Jackson expressed gratitude to attendees, emphasizing the significance of collective action. Your presence here today shows the power of unity. Every step taken is a step towards raising awareness and a stronger sense of responsibility to protect the most vulnerable in our society, she stated. In a news release, JFJ highlighted significant milestones including justice for Michael Gale, a mentally ill man reportedly beaten to death by security forces. JFJ successfully brought the case to the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, IACHR, resulting in a $3 million compensation for Gale's family. JFJ noted its ongoing advocacy in cases like those of Matty Lee and Mario Dean. In 2023, the organization documented 289 cases out of over 300 reports for closer monitoring. Beyond legal advocacy, JFJ's has expanded its outreach programs, including mobile legal clinic for marginalized individuals and school-based interventions to prevent youth involvement in legal conflicts. While the primary goal of the Run for Rights was to raise awareness, any net proceedings will support JFJ's legal and advocacy program, JFJ stated. As JFJ looks ahead, the organization says it remains steadfast in advancing social justice and empowering vulnerable communities through education and advocacy. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.